You let me know when
Okay,
you're ready.
great to see you ladies and Chim, and for everyone around the world. This is our Spark program, and we continually work to pour into the lives of those in Zambia and anyone listening around the world. We have a special guest today, Lucy Norris. She's British and comes to us from the United Kingdom. So it shows how that we're connecting worlds, so many continents. She has been in the communication industry for a long time, both on one side of the camera and the other. She's an entrepreneur. She's a coach. Just has so much of a background in helping people, and she's really going to talk to us today about telling your brand. I know that's important there. And for all of our entrepreneurs who are maybe listening to this afterwards. So, Lucy, over to you, and we look forward to hearing about what you have to say.
Thank you, Adam. Well, it's so lovely to be here. Thank you so much for asking me to join you. I'm on a little bit of a lunch break right now. So as you mentioned, I do many things, but my main job, I work at an agency where we deal with communications and media. So really helping different businesses to tell their stories. So that's why I thought it'd be great just to share some simple ways in which you can share your brand, your story, your message as an entrepreneur, no matter where you are in the world. So it's great to be with you. Now, I'm going to share my screen. It's going to go very, very quickly because I literally only have 2 slides. And oh, you saw my desktop. That was a very messy desktop. And here we go. So the first one, and I'm just going to get that ready into present mode for you, for how to tell your story and why that's important. So, the main thing, obviously, technology has powered and changed the way in which we communicate what it is that we do as a brand owner, as a founder, as a business manager. But we always need to come back to the very sort of simple fact that the way in which we speak, the way in which we're talking to our customer is super important. So there are 5 points that I've put together that you can kind of practice, that you can go back to, that you can always incorporate when sharing your message and telling the story of your brand. So refining your story. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether you sell, I don't know, whether it's clothes, whether it's food, whether it's a service, no matter what it is that you do, you need to be able to share that message in a concise way. So I always like to encourage business owners and entrepreneurs to practice telling that story in 60 seconds. To actually get somebody to time you and say, in 60 seconds, I need to be able to say who I am, what I do, and why what it is that I do, or the product that I offer is unique, and why that person should invest in what it is that I'm offering. So let simplicity be your guide. So many people constantly over talk and they overuse words or stories that just don't actually get the message or the point across. So keep it simple, keep it refined, and practice selling your story in less than 60 seconds. And keeping yourself upbeat and engaged and positive, because body language is everything. The way that you're communicating is coming through your actions. And the second point is state your reason for telling the story. Everybody has a purpose. And I know that you all have a purpose, no matter what business that you are behind, what product that you're offering, or what service that you're offering. So let that drive your story. Let that drive your 60 seconds. Let that drive the way in which you're conversing with somebody and having that conversation. So what is the point? So I'll give you an example. The point and the reason for me telling my story is so that people understand the power of communications. And I will include in my experience, because that helps validate what I do. And then that helps drive the story. So you can include, things such as, it's a family owned business. We've been around for 2 years. We have X amount of customers and we are there for them 24/7. That's the purpose behind what it is. And what makes it different is the fact that we sell organic food, or we are wholesome in the way that we deliver what it is that we do. The next point, prune your details. So details are so important, and make sure that the details are specific so that really comes across. And then the fourth point, start collecting stories. So incorporating your own, background, your own story. For example, this top that I'm selling is so comfortable, and it's great in hot weather because my skin can breathe, but yet it's colorful, and doesn't matter how many times I wash it, the color's still going to remain distinct. So I'm personalizing that story by saying how that product makes me feel. So that's another thing to consider. And then finally, you may not be in the position right now, but when you are able to, text a customer about a new product, or use technology in a way to share your message, that's really important. So those are sort of 5 very brief points on the importance of storytelling, but I'm conscious that I'm talking a lot. So I'm going to just first of all say, any questions? Is everything making sense? Yes? And Adam?
Jim, do you want to just translate real quickly? So many nuggets there that probably would be good to just relay a little bit.
Yeah, of course. So we'll go back to that first bit. So let simplicity be your guide. So keep your story simple. So again, it's this idea of being able to share your message in less than 60 seconds. So if you've got a new customer coming to you, how do you make sure that you can sell that story in less than 60 seconds and practice? You can practice that with a friend or a family member, and see how that kind of relays and how they take that across. Do I need to pause there so you can translate that?
Yes, sure. So, business manje pali storytelling fika mwakamba chebvunzo within 6 seconds which is 1 minute makamba chebvunzo muntu akuti understand aziwa pali yenu aziwa na business not that it's mupose mchirima mupose mchizungu na mchitonga na chako na chishona iyayo simplicity stick to the point within 60 seconds kaniyonse mbeka kenkanyana nakamba
Any questions there?
So we can proceed.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we'll do each point, and if you can just help translate, that would be great. So the next point is state your reason for telling the story. So what is the purpose? What is the mission? For example, my purpose and my mission for coaching others to help tell their story is because I believe that everyone has the power to communicate and create strong relationships through using speech. So speech is really important. So to be able to understand your own mission for your business, for your brand is important, and that should be included within the 60 seconds.
Yeah, example, mukamba palima kuita kuziva pamene the reason why pamene mwayimirira pavantu kukamba pamene mukamba kufunika maziva point kuti pano mukamba kato muchikuta kuchita understand mukambapo information mushe makamba mushe vonse pensere kunikochokera muri 60 seconds. We can proceed.
Excellent. Now we're talking about the details. So details are so important, making sure that you're specific. So for example, if your store is going to be open from, 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, you will say, these are the times that we're going to be open, and this is what you can expect to receive when you buy the product, when you have service from us. We are unique, we are different, because that's really important. So how are you different from every other business owner, every other founder, every other entrepreneur? And that comes down to the details.
You see the person and details mission to our customer, but to understand the mission of for example, when I put that challenge and think about how much to explain I feel like I said, you can do clear mission. And if you want to tell us the way you approach the mission, probably to my mission and my mission is about program, but must understand. Also, we can proceed.
The next point is start collecting stories. So storytelling and using a personal experience helps engage people and helps them stay connected. And to add on to that, when you're telling your stories, be animated, keep it fresh and upbeat and positive, because people will engage with you and they'll stay interested, even if it's a very simple story that you're saying. So body language, the way you speak is very important for making sure that people hear your story.
Na body language yake kuma ngala ndikusa explain misho kwa wantu wange not ukamba tusekiriza ngokwiya naona ni example chape so when you think of the kwa wantu wangese samshemushe wamene kupasa ngani ya to explain that we can proceed.
And finally, when it works and when it's possible, technology is great. So whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's a text message, communicating your story through technology is really, a great way to appeal to more people. That's not always going to be the case, I know, for our founders here today, but to think about other ways in which you can share your message other than just through speech is also really important.
At least on social media, on Facebook, usana communication. Once a month, at least you
Do we have any questions from those points? Any questions that you'd like to translate to me? Someone say something funny.
Number 3.
Yes, please do come. Hello, how are you? I'm good. If you come a little bit closer, because I'm having a hard time hearing. And what's your name?
I'm asking about the third question. Oh, my name is Betha. I'm asking about the third question.
The third question?
Not clear, yes. The third
It
one.
said prune. It says prune. And that might not be a something that is relates with you know, because not everyone uses that term. But
So
real quick, Lucy, before you answer that, Beauty, what business do you have, by the way?
I do tailoring.
What was that?
Tailoring and grocery.
Okay, groceries.
Taylor.
Oh, tailoring. Okay. Oh,
brilliant.
neat. So she's a seamstress and probably makes some things. So that probably helps you provide context, Lucy, to answer that of, you know, I'm sure you can say like garments, what garments, the details are so important, right, Lucy?
Yes. So Berta, prune, the word, maybe it's something more English. So it means for very specific, make it specific. So for example, when talking about clothes, you know, my clothes are soft, they're well made. There's a lot of, you know, time and effort and love that goes into the way that I make it. You know, it took me, you know, 3 weeks to make this top. These are all details that are specific, and it helps people understand what it is that you do and also want to invest in it a lot more. So it's all about being specific about your product, about your service, and about your business.
All right.
No?
No, seconds. Okay, 1 minute. All right, thank you.
Do you have any more questions, Berta?
No, that's all.
It was lovely.
Well, hey, Beauty, stay up for 1 more minute. You know, and I know, I don't know, do you have 1 more slide?
No, these are just the 5 points.
Why don't you take that down for a sec? Because you know, I know you got maybe 4 more minutes, but bring her back up and maybe she can talk a little. Jim, maybe just say any other advisement that Lucy can give about some of her communication tactics that she does. Does she do like messaging? It might be just interesting, and Lucy could provide a couple advisement if anyone wants to come up. I think they're a little extra.
No.
Come back up. Come back up. Okay. And what is your name?
Elizabeth.
Okay. She does sandals, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you communicate, or does any of these things make sense to you?
Yeah, they do. I communicate using Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. And Isabel, do you share sort of pictures of your sandals, or are you able to post photos on there, or how do people see your sandals on Facebook?
I post them on my page.
Brilliant. This is really good. So you're already using all of that. Now, have you ever done a video for Facebook?
And no. No. Yeah.
That might be something, not now, but in the future, to help tell the story of your sandals, to say, I have slippers right now, but to say, hey, these are my sandals. These are why they're so good. They're soft. And then you can bring them up. They're not very attractive, but you can bring them up closer to the camera so that your customers can see the sandal. That's really good. And to also, for you to be talking about your business, you have such a wonderful smile that makes it's lovely. People see that. people want to buy from a nice person. So they see that and they want to buy. So that's really good. So maybe video. When you put your stuff on your page, keep your messages short so that people read them, they're quick, and always remember to ask them to do something. So like my page, please share my page. What do you like about my sandals? What colors do you like? So that they start to feel involved as well.
Okay.
Did that
Thanks.
help?
Yeah, it did.
Do you mind, Isabel, if I take a picture for my social media now?
Yeah, everyone get around the camera, please.
Yes, can everyone get my camera so I can take a picture? That's
Such a good crew.
That's great. This is really good. All right, you ready? We're all gonna smile after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Hold on once more. Everyone say cheese. Perfect.
That's great.
Thank you. Sorry that I have to leave now, but hopefully that has helped everyone, and it was so lovely to meet you all.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you soon, Lucy. Lucy is going to be our MC for our fashion show on the 24th, so we look forward to seeing you there as well on 24th of April. I know today's the 24th of March as well, but I know you got to go to a meeting, so we'll see you soon. Take care, Lucy.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.